All of us have gathered this morning to celebrate the life of a man whom we have loved and appreciated in our own distinct ways. Perhaps some of my thoughts will stir your thoughts about all the little many things that Father Carriero did for so many in his lifetime. 66 years in the Society of Jesus and 50 years at McQuaid Jesuit should be proof enough of Father Carriero's deep dedication to the life he chose soon after graduating from Canisius High School in his hometown of Buffalo. But within this history are visual symbols of the many generous deeds that he gave to us, to the thousands of people that he ministered to, and ultimately to God, to whom he gave his life on the day that he said, "Take, Lord, receive, all is yours now. Dispose of it wholly according to your will." Father Carriero's gifts to us can be summed up in the words connection, dedication, and expression. And each of these words has a visual symbol, starting with the phone for connection. Most of us who worked in the guidance office with Father Carriero know that his phone calls lasted longer than anyone else's and would take him far beyond the school day. He took meticulous care of all of his boys, his many friends, and dear family members, most discussions being held over the phone. In recent years, he defied suppositions about the older generation and enthusiastically embraced his iPhone so his connections could be made on the go. A second symbol, shoes, bespeaks of a second gift to us, dedication. His determined walk through the guidance office, out the door, and to his classroom will long be remembered. In that classroom, he taught his boys the principles of Jesuit education, in later years using his book, Staying on Top. Every boy who sat in front of him knows that procrastination is the beginning of the slippery slope. Those shoes took him to the Monroe County Jail, where he ministered on Sundays to inmates by bringing them to the table of the Lord and to his own words of wisdom. Only recently, when he was preparing for the effects of his illness, he wanted to buy shoes that would see him through anticipated changes, shoes that would keep him walking as long as possible. Shoes symbolize dedication to whatever he was called to do. Thirdly, it is his pen and paper that symbolize his expression of the Jesuit motto, "For the greater glory of God." Father Carriero was determined and meticulous in getting it right, and so he would take copious notes, although these handwritten notes were nearly impossible to read. Those notes speak of his seeking to improve a life when improvement was needed, and more to help his students to become strong contributors as adults. Notes were the underlying feature of his homilies. His style was to choose someone or something, a saint or an idea, that aligned with the liturgical theme of the day. You can be sure that he deliberated over every word. When he would start thinking about the summer job that he loved, covering for the pastor of the Seal Beach, California community, he would have his paper and pen out, taking notes on possibilities for his homilies there. With quiet enthusiasm, he was always preparing his best expression for the purpose of the day. In his unique way, a humorous retort, the lilt of his voice, fairly quiet acceptance, Father Carriero was always supportive of those with whom he lived and worked. Let us set out today to help his attributes endure with our own connection, dedication, and expression as we follow his spirit of being men for others.